Today, let's do some extraction reactions.
So recently we went to the Asian market, and we love the Asian market because you never know what you're going to find there. And this time we found
Stuff and things. And we're not going to tell you what they are yet because we're going to go down the line and we're going to make things out of other things using these things.
Okay, well, first of all, we're going to talk about the difference between these things and those things before we start drinking things.
Okay, do the thing.
So can I tell them what these are now?
Yeah, go ahead.
So these are extracts.
Yeah.
Shocker, right?
So is this.
And so are those. These are store-bought, meaning we don't really know what's in them. So
I mean, they have ingredients. Propylene glycol, ethanol, which is just, alcohol, water, banana flavor, artificial color.
There you go.
That's not so bad.
Where ours,
maybe,
we know exactly what's in them because we made them. So this is a peanut extract, and this was
made from ground up peanuts.
Vodka or Everclear?
I think it was Everclear.
Okay, so this one was Everclear and ground up peanuts.
And it was started in December of 2021. It is a year and a half old, but we used some and I refilled it. Yeah. So it's probably a year old.
And then this one is elderflower, fresh from our garden, and vodka.
Fresh from 2 months ago.
Right. So that was 2 full heads of flower. So elderflowers come in these big giant
you put it in vodka. Okay.
Yeah, and that one's in vodka.
All right. And what we have to do our testing with is just
a neutral mead. This is our sourwood mead when we tested the 3 different types of honey, and we thought that the sourwood would be a great one to try because we actually liked it on its own.
Yeah, it's a semi-sweet, so it has a nice flavor. It's not overly anything. It's kind of neutral-ish. It's very balanced, so.
So I got up a bunch of our Glencairns, and I was guessing about how many we were going to make, and I'm thinking this extra one that I got can be our control. So this is just going to be the straight up mead by itself.
If we must.
So we can go back and forth, and this is just an experiment. This is just something fun. One of the great uses for extracts is to enhance or add a flavor after your fermentation is complete. Because that these are pure and they're already alcohol infused. That's how extracts are made. So you don't want to put them in at the beginning of a brew because that extra alcohol already present could possibly stress or even stall a fermentation.
Start with the elderflower. It has an amazing smell. Yeah. I was a little unsure about this one. I didn't know what it was going to be like. So we have just straight up mead. I have a dropper.
Those of you who are familiar with elderflower, they're these beautiful white lacy flowers. And so when you put them in a bunch of alcohol, they turn the color of their berries, which was a little odd for me. I wasn't expecting that. I don't know what I was expecting. But that's what you get. Now, if you buy the commercially made elderflower liqueur, you will notice that it's clear. And that's because I believe they actually distill it. And so
I think that
removes a lot of the color because that's not something that transfers during the distillation process.
Needed a bigger dropper. This one has markings on it, so I thought, ooh, let's go with the markings. And then I realized 1 milliliter really isn't a whole lot. So this has 5 milliliters in it now. I'm going to use a chopstick.
We're using our chopsticks rather than our fancy stores that were gifted to us because Glencairns are notoriously delicate. They have a super thick bottom, but the drinking portion is fragile.
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 It's Italian.
I can't believe I mispronounced the mispronunciation.
All right. There's 5 milliliters of this elderflower extract in there. I don't think it's very much, to be honest.
I do smell a difference.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference in smell. That's why I stopped at 5, just to see. And what is this really about? This is about us playing with alcohol and putting stuff in it. That's what this is about, okay? Just tell you right now. Which one did you try first?
The flavored one. I need a palate cleanser.
That's a very nice mead. Nice and balanced, light. It's got a good honey character, nice tannic quality, good acidity. Yeah, that's good. I think it needs a lot more. But I definitely detect something in it. So let's just put in a bunch more.
There's definitely a difference.
Yeah.
I'll have to be honest with you. I don't think elderflower is really my favorite flavor.
No, mine either. Why do you think I'm using it up?
Which is curious because the liqueur that I think I drank and is no longer on the shelf behind me, I actually really enjoyed. That's why it's not on the shelf behind me anymore.
Okay, so now this has 15 milliliters. Now, keep in mind, extracts will vary in strength. So that's why start small, add a little bit at a time. And you can actually extrapolate this. Think about it. If you took like 4 ounces of your brew and you put in a measured amount, now you know you can extrapolate that up, scale it up to a gallon, 2 gallons, 5 gallons, whatever it happens to be, or per bottle if you wanted to.
Yeah, you just want to keep the ratios the same.
Yep, just keep the ratio the same. Yeah, I don't really like elderflower. It softens it significantly. It took the acidity level down. It took the flavors in a different direction. Made it very earthy, flowery. Okay, so, you know, the elderflower works. We'll save that for something if I ever want something earthy, flowery. You want to drink that?
Actually,
Here, you can have it.
it has
She said, actually, that's all I needed to hear.
it has a bit of a licorice note in it that neither Brian and I are fans of.
Yep.
So if you enjoy licorice, you may really enjoy the elderflower.
Let me hurry to get some other flavors into
Before I
my
got to
mouth.
the end, which is more earthy and licoricey, there's a little bit that reminded me a lot of the commercially made distilled product, and that was pleasant. But then it went to earthy or licorice, and then it wasn't pleasant anymore.
It's not my thing. That's the most polite way that I can say it. But that was the right amount of flavoring, I think, to make it something unique. It didn't just have hints of it anymore. Now, it definitely, I would say that is an elderflower flavored mead. Okay.
I'm going to set this over here.
Yeah. Next, you saw me, I just poured a little bit more of that straight mead. We have this banana stuff. It's by Dragonfly brand. It's from the Asian market, so you know it's good. This ought to be interesting.
You need to clean it out.
I need to clean this out. Clean it. It's clean. Enough. How clean does it need to be? On the smell, it's definitely that candied banana.
Yeah, it smells like a banana pudding.
Yeah, it kind of does. Let's start with 5 milliliters. Ooh,
It colored the thing.
permanently.
Yeah, it's coming out.
No, it's coming out. Okay.
It's that
That was close.
number 5 yellow.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yellow number 5. Not to be confused with Mambo number 5, which is a whole different thing. Oh, wow, that is banana mead now. Holy crap. 5 milliliters. That shows you how much concentrated this is versus the elderflower.
It's concentrated.
I don't think we need any more. Granted, these are small pours, like 1-2 ounce pours. I don't know why we keep going to the original.
Well, the original first gives you your baseline.
Okie doke. It's actually quite nice. It could probably use a little bit more, but I don't want to do it.
It's banana pudding in a glass.
Yep. I think that can work nicely. I have an idea. We're going to save this for a little bit later. You'll see why in a second. Okay, so on the next one. Now this is our homemade that I literally took peanuts, ground them up, threw them in a jar, poured Everclear over the top. We did a video on extracts, and a lot of people have asked, how did you make them? Well, I thought we told them in the video, because
I thought so
there's
too.
no real recipe. It was basically just put some stuff in a jar with alcohol on top, and that was about it.
You want to make sure that the alcohol you use to extract the essential oils from whatever base
Neutral.
you're using is neutral.
Unless you don't want it to be neutral. Like if you wanted a brandy flavored peanut butter, which is weird, but if you wanted that, you know.
But for something that you intend to add to something else, I think it's best to use a neutral.
That is peanut butter.
It's roasted peanuts. That's awesome.
Now, I remember this was not uber strong.
But staying within neutral, if you decide you want that other non-neutral alcohol flavor in there, you can always add it. So because we are intending to use these for our own brewing, we want to make sure that they're a neutral spirit that we're using as the extractant.
For those of you keeping track at home, that is 15 milliliters so far, just showing you the strength differences. I think the Asian market stuff is super concentrated, where ours is just not as concentrated. Oh, yeah, definitely needs a lot more. Now, the downside is, at a certain point, you have to really wonder, like, am I just diluting the heck out of this? Or, you know, probably. Now I smell the peanuts. Okay, it's got a little bit of a peanutty flavor. I think I would probably need a lot more to really get it to be peanutty. But it's not bad. The extract itself works, but I had an idea.
I definitely get it more on the aroma than I do in the flavor,
Yeah.
but I get a little bit on the flavor.
Peanut butter, banana. And then we just mix them both together.
Now, because the banana was so strong and the peanut was so slight, it might not read.
Yeah. Yeah, it reads as mostly banana. So there's an example. We would need probably 10 times as much peanut as we did banana. Because keep in mind, I only used 5 milliliters of banana, and that might have even been too much for that small amount. 2 or 3 milliliters probably would have done it. It's not bad.
Still tasty.
Yep.
All right, so next up we have coconut.
Yeah, and for coconut, I said we're gonna go right to it. Here's what we're gonna do. We have a coconut.
Oh, we're gonna
we
do
have a
the
pineapple.
Pineapple. All right.
So I'm gonna mix a coconut mead and a pineapple mead, and we're gonna make a pina colada mead this way, the simple way.
The cheater way.
This is totally cheating, but you know what? Is it cheating if it works and you enjoy it? Then I don't consider that cheating. This wouldn't be my first choice if I was gonna make a pina colada mead, but
Do you want to put the meat in first? Do you want to put the extracts first, or does it matter?
I don't think it really matters. And if we keep doing this, after a while, I won't care. But now we know that 5 milliliters of the banana was a lot. So I'm going to try to do less, and so we go from there. I also made smaller pours because I know I'm going to combine them. Did I just give that away?
You already gave it away.
All right, so that is, oops, 3/4 of a milliliter. Oh wait, so it's 1 milliliter. So I did 3 milliliters earlier. So that was 1 milliliter in the banana, yeah. The exact amounts don't matter because if you can get these extracts, just play with them yourself and see what you like. So let's start with 1/4 first. If I can do that with this guy. It's not real accurate. Because coconut's one of those flavors. It can be super overpowering, like suntan lotion, which I already smell, or it can be like barely there. That's actually pretty good.
Coconut.
Now, I am not a huge fan of coconut. What I don't like about coconut is the same thing Derek doesn't like about coconut. The texture of coconut. I think it needs like another 1/4 of a mil. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Okay. So that's the coconut. Now we need the lime. Never mind. We have pineapple. Ooh, that smells good.
Yeah, that one I just want to drink right out.
But I have to be careful because that smells even stronger than the other one. So I'm just going to do 1/2 ml to get started. And that has color in it too.
Yeah.
Why do they put colors in it? I don't need it colored. I want it flavored. Forget the colors. Give me more flavor. Ooh, that smells really nice. Could use a little bit more.
Put it in there.
I'm gonna. Trying to fine tune it before you taste it. Yeah, that's pineapple mead. nicely balanced. It's not too strong of a pineapple flavor, but it definitely comes across as pineapple. Not brewed pineapple. Pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guess what? Time to mix. Voila! Pina Colada Mead. It took a whole lot less time than the one that we brewed a couple weeks ago. It really does smell like pina colada. Wow. I'm not saying that extracts are the only way to do things, but they are a way to do things. And I'm seeing the value. I mean, is there any problem in making a straight mead and adding these extracts to it and enjoying it? I don't really see an issue. They are basically alcohol-based extracts, so they're much like what we made for the peanut butter one, just very concentrated.
I know you're probably
That is so close.
initially thinking, well, these are really tiny. Well, yeah, because you only need a little bit.
Well, look at how much is still left in there. I mean, we used barely anything. There's so much here. Like, I would say one of these bottles is probably, I mean, without really measuring, more than sufficient for a gallon. So you could probably make a few gallons of this. These were $2.29 a piece. That's why we bought them, because I was like, it's so cheap. We just need to try them. We cracked them open on camera. You saw it. We did not taste these ahead of time. I had no idea what we were in for. This could have been a total bust.
And we had that in mind, that possibility was certainly there, but it was something fun and something we wanted to share with you. And we know
that came out really good.
We've had a lot of people asking about extracts, and so we wanted to show you there is inexpensive options if you have an Asian market near you. I don't know what Brian's doing, but he's making the monkey noises, so he's pretty excited. And then we wanted to show you how easy it is to make your own. All you need is a neutral spirit, ingredient of your choice, and time. Now, when we were letting those age, we made sure to keep them in a cool, dry place. Basically, the fermentation station is where we stored them, along with our other brews. And they don't need an airlock because nothing is fermenting. They're just extracting. It's the alcohol in the neutral spirit that is extracting out the essential oils from whatever you're using. So you can do that with fruit, berries.
That was 0.75 mil, by the way. I just wanted to get those words in while she's talking. Sorry.
Vanilla pod, vanilla bean. Just use your imagination. Coffee, cocoa nibs.
Mm-hmm. Cocoa nibs we found are hit or miss. You have to, if you do the extraction, they tend to work better. It's more controlled. That's the beauty of using an extract, is you have control over it versus throwing a bunch of the product into the brew and not really knowing what's going to happen and having to experiment with it. When you use an extract, it's set. It's not going to change. It's not going to extract any more than is already there.
So what are you doing now?
Pineapple banana.
Oh.
Yeah, see? And that's the cool part about this, is once you have a selection of extracts, now you can start playing. And we're doing it by the glass. You can do it by the glass. You can do it by the bottle. You can do it by the gallon. You can do it by the 5 gallon, by the drum, by the barrel if you want to.
And you can flavor whatever you want. You can flavor a store-bought.
Throw it in a beer. Yeah, you can make commercial meads taste good.
That's not where I was going, but sure.
That is fantastic. If we had brewed that and it came out that good, that's an 11. That is that kind of good. That's been pineapple banana. So, look up Dragonfly brand extracts. I mean, I can't really comment too much on their ingredients. I'm seeing, artificial pineapple flavor. Okay, so it's probably like some animal's endocrine gland or something. That's what they use.
I know, but
they do. I'm not making it up. Artificial coconut. So it's all artificial, okay? If you want all real natural stuff, you have to use the actual products.
And you can find some quality extracts. They're just certainly more expensive than $2. So.
But another way to do this is like our pina colada. It didn't have as much coconut flavor as we'd like. Okay, we can add some of this to fix it to fix it afterwards. There's a lot of times that you're almost there, but you just missed on a little bit. You can add an extract to bring it up that little last bit. Rather than basing the whole flavor component on it, just add it to just spruce it up. Just a little bit. One more of this.
All right.
All right.
So that's it. Thank you so much for sharing this fun little experiment with us.
If you guys have an extract brand that you really like to use, I know there's a few on the market. We picked these because they were super cheap, and there's Asian markets pretty much everywhere now, and we might even be able to find these on Amazon. I don't know.
I'll definitely look.
We haven't actually looked. This just came to us and we said, hey, let's make a video. But if you have an extract that you really like, let us know. That way maybe we can find some of those and do another little thing like this, or start stocking those so that we can use them for making slight alterations to our brews along the way. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Almost messed that up.